Hey, what's going on, guys? The Horror Man back with another Blu-ray, DVD, and VHS update.
So, back to it.
I did not film or upload a video yesterday. Just yesterday. One day. And it feels like I've been gone for so long. I can't believe I was away from YouTube for 5 years at one point. It just doesn't seem possible. I mean, here I am now just missing one day of filming and uploading, and I feel incomplete. But I'm back today with a collection update. I have one new Blu-ray, some VHS tapes and DVDs from the thrift store, and a few unofficial DVDs I created myself. Starting with the one Blu-ray, I picked up Krull. This is, of course, the retro slipcover edition from Walmart. I got this based on the recommendation from my buddy Brother Peanut Butter. So, gonna check this one out. Not sure if I've seen it. I sort of think I have when I was much younger. Don't remember too much about it, but definitely can't wait to revisit it. And I have to say, I love that artwork. On to the DVDs now. I finally found a copy of the top 10 new media release of Hellbound Hellraiser 2. This completes my trilogy now. I have the top 10 release of Hellraiser and Hellraiser 3, but I did not have Hellbound for some reason, which is odd because it's my favorite in the franchise. I used to see this DVD all the time, but it seemed that every time I found a copy of it, it was, loose. The disc was loose inside, shaking around, and I never wanted to risk it, have it being scratched. Not that I will probably ever watch this edition since I have so many other copies, but I don't know. It's my neuroses, I guess. But glad to finally find this one at the thrift store. And yeah, as I said, now it completes my trilogy. It's also worth mentioning that I believe this is actually the R-rated version as well. So when I picked up the Hellbound R-rated VHS tape, I mentioned a while back that it's a lot more difficult to find the R-rated cut than it is the unrated cut now. And for some reason, Top 10 New Media used the R-rated cut for their DVD release. I also finally picked up Congo. I don't know why I never owned this film. I believe I did own it on VHS tape, years back. It's probably stored away somewhere, but I do not have a DVD copy or Blu-ray copy, and I've actually been in the mood to watch this. I've been out looking for it, and I could not find a copy anywhere. I don't know what it was. I could not find a copy of this movie. Not on DVD, not on Blu-ray, not on VHS, but finally, I found a used copy of the DVD. Glad to finally have this in my collection. Now on to the unofficial DVDs that I created myself. I finally added Bride of Boogedy to my Mr. Boogedy. I showed this during my Hollow Watch series. I talked about Mr. Boogedy, and I mentioned that there was a sequel, Bride of Boogedy, but I did not have it at the time. I was able to find a good print of the film and made my own DVD copy, so there it is. I also had to make my own DVD copy of Song of the South. I'm sure you all know this is the infamous lost Disney film, the only Disney film that has been permanently retired. Disney claims they will never release this film on DVD. It has not been released since 1986. I have a nice remastered copy here. This was a pretty cool, cover art, cover insert here that someone else created online. I sort of added my own finishing touches to it, but it does look pretty professional. And yeah, it's a really good film. It's a shame that Disney won't release it, but hey, here it is now in my collection. It's also funny to think that Disney parks actually have a ride based on the film, with Splash Mountain, of course. People seem to know the characters, they know the song, Zippity-Doo-Dah. I mean, it plays throughout Disney World. Yet, most of those people probably haven't even seen the film. I also made myself a nice double feature of To Die For and To Die For 2, Son of Darkness. Now, both of these films have not been released on DVD or Blu-ray in the US, so I will be talking more about them in a future video. Here's another one with no official US DVD or Blu-ray release, Scared Stiff. Yet again, another I will be talking more about in a future video. Here's a copy of Bullies. This one has been officially released on DVD, but it's extremely rare, extremely expensive, and I'm not even going to bother to find a copy. So, I made myself a nice VHS print version on DVD. Honestly, I love it. The same way people love collecting vinyl, they love these scratches and bumps and skips and all that. You know, I love VHS quality. I do. I cannot help it. It was just my upbringing, I guess. It's very nostalgic for me. And, you know, probably maybe 8 times out of 10, I'll prefer VHS quality over, you know, really high definition. Sometimes high definition is a little too defined. You know, there are things we shouldn't be seeing, things that we were never meant to see between, you know, makeup lines and things like that. So, yeah, for the most part for me, I really prefer VHS quality, which is why, you know, a lot of these homemade DVDs are just that. Don't get me wrong, some of them look really good, and, you know, my friends that have received copies from me, I'm sure they'll say the same, but, you know, other films haven't gotten an upgrade. You know, all that's available is VHS quality print, so, well, here's another one. On to the VHS tapes now. This is one I actually found a couple of weeks ago, but I've just been forgetting to show it in an update since then, so here it is. Tales from the Crypt, the original classic. I love this film. These next 3 I found today, starting with this one, Prince of Darkness. Really glad to get a VHS copy of this. This is classic artwork in my opinion. I remember seeing this one all the time at the video store. Love this cover, and I love this movie. One of my favorite Carpenter films, definitely underrated. I also found a VHS copy of my favorite Poltergeist film, Poltergeist III. Yes, that's right, Poltergeist III is my favorite of the bunch. And finally, the one I'm probably most excited about in this update is Michael Jackson's Moonwalker. Moonwalker has never officially been released in the US on DVD or Blu-ray, and there is a DVD and Blu-ray release available on Amazon, but they're foreign releases, so imports basically. This is a tape I sort of look for every time I'm out at the thrift stores, and it never seems to pop up in the ones I frequent. But I got lucky today. I saw it almost immediately when I walked down the aisle, and I had to snatch it right up. This is another one I will definitely be talking more about in multiple future videos, because I have some ideas for this one. One final thing worth mentioning, I finally caved and bought a 55-inch 4K smart TV. It was Black Friday. It got me. So that's it, guys, for this update. What do you think? Comment below and let me know. Thanks for watching.